Good afternoon everyone, I'm Gary Martin and today you join us at Huddersfield Golf Club where we're going to be clearing off some new and used golf clubs. So the reason why I'm doing this video today, it's not just to sell off some golf clubs, but I thought it'd be a great idea for, someone like myself who's a pro, custom fitter, and knows quite a lot about equipment, to sort of talk through some of the specs that we've got in stock. You could be a golfer that's looking to buy a golf club and you don't know where to start and you don't know what might suit you. And that's where I thought, talking through some of this second-hand equipment, might be of use for some people. So, and it's all going to be for sale. If you're from the UK, I'm going to put some prices in here and it'll be a price shipped to you. It'll have to be paid through PayPal Goods and Services. That protects yourself. It also protects us as well. And yeah, we're gonna sell off some of these golf clubs. So we're going to start off with the two big sticks we've got. We've got two G series driver from Ping, which very, very good drivers, even to today. Ping, I don't feel like, they make household changes year on year because they've got such a good product. But the SF Tech 10 degree regular, I would say this driver would be aimed at somebody with a bit of a mid-launch, not an aggressive swinger. It's only a regular shaft, so someone with a smooth swing who has a little bit of a miss to the right. The SF Tech, when I've done fittings and compared against other drivers, has always come out very strong with people who's got fades. So we'll put that to one side, and that one we're selling at £160 delivered to the customer in the UK. We've got the same head here, but we've got a little bit lower loft. We've got the 9 degree, and this one's actually got a toe stiff shaft. So the difference between a standard stiff shaft and a toe stiff is the toe stiff has got a little bit higher kick point, and that's designed to reduce backspin on the ball, so it should help create a bit lower launching drive. It's also the LS Tech, so putting two and two together here, this is going to suit somebody that really struggles to keep the ball down. Somebody struggling in the wind, maybe when you hit into the wind you feel like it spins up and it balloons up. You've got to be careful though, because it's a 9 degree head and it's an LS Tech and it's a low launching shaft, that will make the driver harder to hit. That means that any miss hits toe and heel, you'll have a little bit less backspin on there, so it will exaggerate the shape of the shot. So I would, although it's the same head, it's not aimed at all levels of golf, this one. I would say this one's aimed at more of a mid to low handicap golfer, and somebody that, hasn't got an aggressive slice or an aggressive hook, you don't have to be arrow straight, but just somebody who doesn't curve the ball so much. And again, £160 delivered. I'm going to put some close-up pictures of these but all of these clubs are in really good condition. There's a little bit of wear marks on the bottom of the G series. If you use these Ping clubs, you will know they do mark on the bottom because they're black. So moving on, we've got the Ping G crossover. This is a 4-iron. It's quite a big chunky driving iron head and it's got a stiff graphite shaft in it. So I would say this is for somebody that maybe in the longer irons, you might be a sort of lower handicap golfer, but you're struggling to launch the ball in your longer irons. Having this little bit chunkier head will make it a lot easier to hit on miss hits. It'll make it a little bit easier to launch up in the air. Obviously you've got the graphite shaft as well. All these factors will help you get a little bit more of a higher launch. Obviously forgiveness as well. So if you wanted to use this off the tee, it would be a great sort of iron. And we've got that up for sale at £99 delivered, again within the UK. So that one, I don't think this one will last long. I think this will fit really nicely in someone's bag. Or maybe, doesn't like a 7-wood or don't like a, hybrid club and prefers their irons but just wants a little bit more help. So moving on, this is one of mine, this one. You'll have seen this one on the channel quite a lot. It's the PXG one and done putter. I think this, for me, it's one of the best looking mallet heads on the market. You've got like a combination of what looks like the Odyssey 7 and an Odyssey 2 ball, two of the best mallet putters. I've talked about this one before. A really good mallet looking head. It's got a brand new grip on here as well. It's got the P2 Aware grip, which is absolutely, it's a lovely size grip to help lock your hands when you're gripping. It's up for sale because, I'll not talk too much on this subject, but I have gone back to a traditional blade. I've gone back to a bit more of a I've gone back to Scotty Cameron. And I'm not one to sort of hold on to too much second-hand equipment. You know, I like to move things on, put the money back in the bank, and you know, not have too much sat around. But it is one that I probably will miss and regret that I've sold in future. But I'm putting that up for £200. These retail at about £269 brand new, so it's not a great deal under a retail, but it's barely had any use. You know, it's nearly brand new. It's got the original head cover, obviously original grip, and I have got the receipt as well for that one. So, you know, obviously if anybody does buy that, you'll get the original receipt. So we're halfway through the bag now, and you know, if you're enjoying this video and you want to see more videos like this, get in the comments, because I've had members pop in today who see me organising these clubs and cleaning them, and they're asking what I'm doing, and they've said, oh, I'll drop some clubs in, I've got some clubs, you know. So, you know, there's going to be plenty more clubs coming in, and, you know, if you're left-handed or you're a lady, don't feel left out, because obviously, you know, if this is something that we do, you know, more ongoing, then there will be plenty of that sort of equipment coming up, you know, on the sets for sale. So, moving forward, we've got a TS3 Titleist hybrid. This is a 19 degree, and it's got a tensile regular shaft in it. So the TS3 head, I would say it's a small compact head. It would be sort of appeal more to, you know, a good ball striker. This might be somebody that's looking for sort of a 2-iron sort of 5-wood replacement. It's 19 degrees, so it's quite a strong hybrid. It would fit in, you know, a little bit stronger than a 3-iron. So I would say it's, you know, a 5-wood 2-iron sort of club for your sort of lower handicap golfer, somebody who likes a more tour-inspired hybrid club, smaller and compact. And it's got a regular tensile shaft in it. It's a tensile blue, so this is the mid-launching tensile shaft from the range. It's 65 gram regular, so it's not going to be for somebody that's, you know, too aggressive. You know, again, I'd say it's somebody that swings maybe under 90 miles per hour. So, you know, it's a bit of an odd spec that actually. Usually you'd find a stiff shaft in this head, but it's got a regular, so, you know, it might suit someone out there. And this one was selling at £160 delivered, again within the UK, PayPal goods and services. This one's an interesting one, because this one it was brand new in the wrapper. It had a sales sticker on it, so I've put it in some water to obviously clean the sales sticker off, and forgetting it's a rust face, isn't it? So it is actually a brand new club, although it don't look like it. It's brand new off the shelf, but I'd put it in a bit of water and all the face has gone rusty. It's the Mill Grind 2 Chrome 54 degree, 11 degree a bounce. So this is last season's. Its full retail was £139. It's right-handed, regular. It's got the S200 shaft in it, so it's a standard sort of how it would come from the factory and on the shelf sort of club. Level of golfer wise, you know, it's an hard one this, because I think it's all dependent on how confident you are with wedges. You know, some people prefer to stick with a set wedge, and some people prefer to have a bit more of a specialist wedge like this. So I think level wise, it's hard to put an handicap on it, because I know quite a few, you know, higher handicap golfers, teed for example, who, you know, are quite good around the green, or they're improving around the green, and like the fact that, you know, with a mill face, you know, you're going to get a little bit more spin and control. So I'm not going to put a level of golfer on that. I think that's dependent on how confident you are around the green. But we're going to be clearing that one at £90 delivered. So, you know, not a bad price if you're looking for a 54 and some sharp grooves. What else have we got? Ooh, this one's tasty. This one's really tasty actually. This is the TaylorMade SIM DHY 4-iron again, and it's got a Diamana limited edition regular shaft in it. Again, you know, it's probably a little bit of an odd spec, this one, and that's probably why it's still here. So the 4-iron head, again, like we talked about earlier with a ping one, I think this is for somebody that, you know, is quite a mid to low handicapper, and I say that because of the shaft really, because this is a low launching shaft, designed to create a penetrating ball flight. It's only a regular shaft, so you know, you don't have to be too aggressive to hit this one. But head wise, I think this is sort of mid to low handicap, somebody that struggles with the longer irons possibly, but doesn't like hybrids or fairway woods, and maybe looking for something off the tee, you know, a long iron off the tee that they're confident hitting. And I've said this before when I've been reviewing driving irons, try not to get something too strong. You know, I see so many people, you know, chucking a 2-iron in the bag at 18 degrees, and it's just too strong for an iron. Unless you're an exceptional ball striker, it's just too strong, because when you get it wrong, you know, off the tee it's sideways, and then off the deck, you know, you've got to be absolutely perfect to launch it. You know, any sort of miss hit, and you just don't get any launch. Whereas, you know, I think if you go for a 3 or a 4 iron, you know, it's a club that will be more versatile and you will use it more. You'll get a lot more value out of it. So just be, you know, mindful on that one. We've just got a few clubs left now. We've got the TS2 14.5 degree. I would class it as a 4 wood, but they class it as a weak 3 wood. So it's, but it is actually more of a 4 wood loft, this. And I use this degree myself actually, because I think it's a fantastic, you know, rather than getting a 3 and a 5 wood, it sits right in the middle. But also I just think off the tee, if you're trying to use something for teeing off, you know, it just gives that a little bit more help. You know, you won't believe how much 1.5 degrees actually helps, and just gets it up in the air a little bit more. It comes with a tensile regular shaft, so again it's a mid-launching shaft designed for somebody who, you know, swings under 90 miles per hour really. And the TS2 head as well, I'm actually using this, I'm using the TSI2, so the newer version to this. I think it's brilliant. You know, I think it's aimed at more of a mid-handicap golfer, but I were looking for that little bit more forgiveness. You know, I think that if you're a really aggressive swinger who struggles to keep the ball down, then maybe this might not be the right head for you. Maybe the TS3 would be more the right head. But if you just hit a nice mid-launching flight, I think this is a fantastic club. It's dead easy to use, and as I said, 16.5 degree would be a piece of cake to hit off the tee. You know, it'll be easier to hit off the deck than a traditional 15 degree 5 would. You know, and I think you know, more people should look towards a 16.5 degree, because I know through most of my amateur days, you know, I'd have a 3 wood sat in the bag and it never did anything because I weren't confident enough to hit it off the deck. And you know, I didn't often use a 3 wood off the tee back then. I was confident with a driver. So you know, this could be a good 3 wood option for somebody, or you know, we could say it's a 4 wood. So that's the TS2. It's got the regular shaft in it. I'm saying mid handicap golfer with, you know, somebody that's not too aggressive again, you know, a nice smooth swing. And we're selling that one at £180 delivered within the UK. We've got a really nice set of AP2s here. They're quite an old iron now. These are the 714 model. They're the forged AP2. Again, aimed at sort of mid to low handicap golfers. Somebody maybe moving into single figures that's playing a lot of golf and aspiring to get down to, you know, low single figures. I mean, I use these off scratch, but you know, I think if you're a good ball striker, you know, somebody off sort of 8, 9, 10 handicap could start to move into these to get the benefit of, you know, a forged club which is soft. Because I think the AP2 is one of the most forgiving forged clubs on the market, you know. But they are quite an old iron, but they're in exceptional condition. I'd definitely class these as an oldie but goodie set. Because whoever's used them, it looks like they've had iron covers on them for most of their life. There's not much clatter at all on these heads. The faces are very good as well, you know, there's barely any use on the face. And shaft wise, these are a nice little upgrade shaft. They're actually KBS Tour regulars. So this particular shaft is, you know, it's designed to give a little bit lower launch than a standard regular. So, you know, it might be somebody that hits quite a high ball. You know, standard length, standard grip size as well, standard specs, you know, no lie adjustments or anything. So somebody maybe that's, you know, moving into single figures and wants something to progress with, getting feel as well. These are going to be on the market for £300 delivered again within the UK, PayPal goods and services. So that brings us to the end of what I've got for sale this week. I will put the number on the screen. Do give us a ring if you've got any further questions on that equipment. You know, I'm not going to be accepting any lower offers, and also I will be strict on payment, just being PayPal goods and services and cash on collection in person. And you know, that's just because, you know, I've sold on the internet for over 15 years and I've been caught out by every trick in the book. And they're just the safest ways to sell online. So I hope you've enjoyed that one, guys. And you know, if you have enjoyed it, get in the comments and let me know, because I will do this again. But also on the other hand, if it's something you don't want to see again, I'll not bother wasting your time or my time. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in a few days' time. Bye.